Placement Director of Amity University, Raipur. Very welcome, sir.
Thank you, Kanchi. Yeah.
Let's start with the question, and thank you for joining us today at College Dunia, and we appreciate your taking your time out. Okay, so our first question is very recent, and it is based on the recent scenario, that is, how has COVID impacted the education industry, and what differences do you observe in the education industry in the pre and post-COVID era?
So it's actually brought a transformation in the entire education sector, where people were going offline, they used to go to classes and they never used to enjoy. Now they have started enjoying after the COVID. Students, when they wanted to be with their mobile phones or their laptops, and we always said no to it. Now it has become a necessity for all of us and even our kids to be with the laptop and be on the online mode. This is what is the change which happened. Now transforming into, there has been a lot of things, offline to online, and now probably it will be a dual thing. How the new norms will bring out changes.
And as a placement director at Amity University, Raipur, what is your vision for the university? And has it evolved over time since you joined?
See, placement always has been a major thing for Amity University, as I could say, because we believe on that. The real outcome or the return on investment, I would say, if I am talking something like business or as a business management professor of business management, ROI has to be there. Whatever you're reading, the outcome has to be calculated and it has to come out. Either you start up something, you have a venture, or else you land up into a job. So the biggest ROI which we have given is with 6 months, a student is able to recognize his or her fees. So placement has been really good. Initially, we had very few companies because we were new, nobody knew us. Now that since we are prospering and we are the number one sought out company organization in Central India by the major companies. So we have hosted nearly all the companies. We may be IT, you talk about Infosys, talk about Tech Mahindra, Ernst & Young, then you get into business management, talk about FMCG or any EdTech company. All the EdTech companies are been into my kitty. So we have been able to do wonderful placements in 3-4 years to the line, and expect to do the same in Central India, definitely.
So what is the core strength of your university as compared to similar universities, and how you groom students to be a part of the real world, and how it is, because there's a gap between the campus and the industry, what the industry wants. Sometimes it is like that. So how you are bridging that gap, and what is so unique about Amity University?
Very good. Yeah. So what I do is, normally my job is, my department, we are 2-3 people those who are working for our department. Now my job is only networking. I did not tell about my second role. I am head of the incubator also, which Amity Innovation Incubator. I am the head of the Amity Innovation Incubator also. Now what do I do is, I meet most of the clients at my Tycon, the business networking issues. I meet most of them. I be in touch with them. Apart from this, I have a lot of people, those who are in my networking arena through LinkedIn, maybe any sources. Now I try to find out what exactly is their need. One, the need analysis is done by me. Then I pass it on to my staff for evaluation. So what do we do is, when the student comes for a placement, now the first year the student doesn't have that much of aspirations, rather he would require what are the companies which are coming. But at the penultimate year, when the student has to be prepared for placements, we put them into a psychometric testing. Now the real gap, we understand that a student who is doing a mechanical engineering, probably he may not be going for mechanical engineering, rather he would land up in something, a marketing job. So we try to bridge that. We use a technical field, put him into that sales job, make him understand, and make him train, groom into that arena, and then we post it. Similarly, a person who is a mechanical engineer wants to get into software IT, which also becomes very difficult. So they have to undergo such programs, and they have we put them into different training levels. Like if it is coding, so we have tied up with a lot of companies. We are into RPA. We have tied up with Red Hat. We have tied up with there's a lot of companies which we have tied up. So, and we do regular hackathons, boot camps, and all these for the students. So the student gets a real feel of it. And then when he sits on an interview, it's very easy for them to understand, and it's very easy for them to take up real industry challenges. Similarly, business plan competitions are done for engineering, for our MBA students. Likewise, biotechnology students, our fashion students, and our law students, we subject them to the real world situation. Like internship, we focus much on internship. But this internship is our real-time internships and no theoretical internship. We put them very hardcore, and they work in the industry for 2-3 months, depending whether it is a financial thing or a non-financial, whatever it is, we evaluate. Now, one person from the faculty, I am deeply involved into it. We check the outcome, and then finally we weave out a proper personnel so that he gets immersed into the industry.
And also, as a part of practical learning, do you have many clubs and conduits of which people can be a part of and learn team building and event planning and all these things?
See, we have clubs. We earlier had clubs, even in my previous stint, which I thought probably these clubs would work out. Rather, nowadays, what things are happening is we call up people who take small workshops, a 2-day workshop, a 3-day workshop, so which makes them refreshed and get accustomed to the newer situation. Because when you speak, or rather when your friend speaks, the output or the outcome is not so viable. But when some outsider comes and when a master comes and speaks it out, it immediately gets into your mind, and then you speak out more.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. And sir, what is that you're doing to have a diverse pool of students? Because many international universities like to have the diverse pool, and then many companies also are willing to take diverse pool of people from different backgrounds. In terms of they are taking MBA students, then they want people from different backgrounds of UG, and then how are you taking care of that?
See, different background students, we normally get these type of students. Imagine our university has around more than 25 students from 25 states. Now, still we are not opening up the international arrangements because there's a specific norm by UGC that before 5 years we cannot do it. But probably next time we would have some international associations also, and international students will also start coming in. Otherwise, we have other programs which are study abroad programs wherein our student goes and participates. Then we have faculties participating for other programs. There's an exchange program. I'll tell you, even I'm doing a program with one AMA university in Bahrain for a 5-day workshop for entrepreneurship development. Similarly, our faculty members, they are a part of it. They write papers, and the faculty exchange is there. That's how we have started doing it. Whenever the new batch comes, definitely we'll think of that. Apart from this, we have international internships which we have started. The last year we had from Khalij Times. So that's how we are doing. Even we have tied up with one organization in Dubai who is into business intelligence. So we send our students for we send students for internships, and then these students make a mark of our university.
In last year, have you seen any change in the placement process? Because earlier companies used to come and then the process was conducted. So during COVID and after COVID, have you seen many changes in that process? And are these changes going to continue, or do you think it is temporary?
I'll tell you. Definitely, as per company's view, the recruitment costs have gone down.
Mm-hmm.
And it is very easy for a student to sit in an interview, write a coding examination going online, then sit for a group discussion because you don't have a group, and then you sit for a group discussion. You are interviewed, definitely like the way we are talking to each other, it's similar. But I think there'll be little problem when they come out of this situation, and when they go out and face the real world. Probably there'll be a different thing. But for sure, this online interviewing and the recruitment process is a new emerging thing which has evolved and which is being absorbed also. So definitely, I think this is really good which is happening.
Yeah, and so the primary factor for a student while deciding a course or choosing a career, what should it be? Like many people choose a course because everyone is choosing, and what should it be? Or is it should be the passion or the trend? What according to you?
Yeah, I'll tell you. There are 3 4 factors which are involved. Now, so I suppose I would suggest that anything which you are doing as a base education has to be continued. Likewise, how I'll give you an example. If a student who has done his graduate well, and then he got on into say BSc or MSc, then he should take up that line pursuing PhD. If a student who has taken a BBA, he should get into MBA, or a basic combination of professional degree like engineering with the MBA works out in the market. Biotechnology with higher version of biotechnology will work out, and not that a person who is doing dental should get into MBA. I don't suggest this. So this is what it is happening. Now, second thing which you said, passion. Passion is very important basis. Now, the students, this generation Z has become more choosy. They think about their passion and they think about their dreams. A student may be very good in technical, but probably he may opt for fine arts. So this is what is happening these days. So I have come across very common students, those who are opting for JJ School of Arts. Now the parents want, because parents are from other generation, they want the students to get into either medical or engineering.
Yes.
But the student wants to get into something into photography, or a recent very new thing which I have learned is VFX. Now they want to get into VFX. Now, definitely, when technology is there, VFX can run for 5 years, 6 years down the line. But after 6 years, what are you doing? Similarly, engineering, definitely. People are going for CS, people are flocking for computer science engineering. But we never know how many students who get a job who are employees and they get benched. You mind it, IT company is the biggest sector which has maximum number of benching cases in the entire employment sector.
Yeah, because it is project based. So
yeah, it's project based, very simple. And I have seen that we are undergoing a project of UCO Bank. Many of us, the employees, those who have come, they are engineers. Say electrical engineering, a student has done his electrical engineering or electronics engineering and taken up a job, written IBPS and taken up a bank PO job. There's somehow mismatch of the degree and wastage of degree, I suggest. Rather, if you're doing something, you have to prosper, you have to go into the same track. And then
sometimes people realize that they have chosen the wrong field at a later stage. That after doing engineering, they realize that no, they should have done something else. So in that case, then they can choose another field. Yeah. So sir, thank you so much for taking out some time for us, and it was a great pleasure talking to you. I think the students will find it very insightful. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Akansha. Thanks a lot.